Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Maksud Karimov.
Maksud Karimov. That's Maksud Karimov, I think, is how he told me. He was very, very particular about the pronunciation of his name. He attends Oakton High School, 17 years old. He's a senior there. He describes his fighting style as the Soviet style. So I wasn't sure what that was. I asked him. He explained the Soviet style is very bouncy. So you're going to see a lot of him kind of bouncing up and down on the balls of his feet, quick movement, speed, and precision. That's how he described the Soviet style. He's been training for about 2 years, and he is originally from Azerbaijan. He's been in the U.S. for 4 years. And you see Brent looking at him. He's a very tall fighter. I think they have him listed at 6'1", so the height will be an interesting challenge in this fight.
Yeah, no, he looks in good shape for 17 years old. Nice, lean and mean. And, yeah, the Soviet style, you know, I know Soviet style boxing has the guys who, they're not guys who are going to stand right in front of you and kind of stand in the pocket and trade, right? They're kind of the guys on their toes, in and out. Ashraf has a very Soviet-style boxing style where he's on his toes, he's going pop, pop, he's coming in, and then he's moving out. So very light on the feet, very good footwork. And again, that's something that they focus on and something that they use to confuse their opponents. Let's go ahead and get his opponent in here.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Brayden Sheffield.
Brayden Sheffield making his way to the ring. Also 17 years old, also his first fight here in TCB. He's from Suffolk, Virginia, attends Kings Fork High School. Looks a lot older than 17 when you actually look at him and talk to him. He utilizes the Dutch style. That's how he described that. So, and he's been training for about 2 years. And outside of fighting, he's actually already started an online business. So he's been fairly successful doing that. But Brent, what do you know about the Dutch style, and how does that compare and contrast to the Soviet style? And then also talk about the height difference. We've got Brayden coming in here at 5'8", and we've got his opponent Maksud coming in at 6'1".
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And he's got a full beard. I know what you're saying, man. He does look like a kind of like a mature kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dutch style, very, very good with the kicks, using those leg kicks and using a lot of knees. They really like to come in and be fluid with the knees and keep it moving and they got some of the best kickboxers over in the Netherlands and using that, like you say, Dutch-style kickboxing, focusing a lot on knees, but knees from the open space, right? The Thai style is more clinch, going to clinch you up, going to move you around, control you around, and Dutch style is kind of more fluid, fighting from a little bit from distance and from the outside, but still using some of those tools of Muay Thai, or using all the tools of Muay Thai in an effective way. Brayden coming in from Grindstone Athletics. I haven't seen them too much here in the TCB cage. They're in the Norfolk area, but you know, they know where to come if they want to compete in the best Thai championship boxing league around, and that's here at the Salisbury Center. So excited to have him in the ring here. Let's send it down to Chris here to call this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 90-second rounds in the TCB Exhibition 165-pound class. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'8" and weighing in at 164 pounds, fighting out of Grindstone Athletics, it's 17-year-old Brayden. I'm sorry, Maksud Karimov. Correction, out of Chantilly MMA. And now, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'8" and weighing in at 164 pounds, fighting out of Grindstone Athletics, it's 17-year-old Brayden Sheffield. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an exhibition bout. It is scheduled for 3 90-second rounds, and your referee is Kevin Villegas.
Kevin Villegas, the referee. We've got Karimov in the red, Sheffield in the blue, and we are ready to get it on. exhibition fight again. Nice leg kick there to start off by Karimov. Karimov really going to those leg kicks early on here. Sheffield's going to return some. You see some good punches down the middle there from Karimov. Karimov again going to that lead leg. Another good leg kick. You can hear it thudding. Oh, there's a nice back fist.
I like that. I like that spinning back fist there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good head kick from Karimov. Oh, and he's putting it on a little bit.
He's controlling the range right now. And you know what? Brayden hasn't been able to find his way in. Now he's starting to work.
A little bit of
using
clinch.
some of those Dutch knees that he was talking about. But again, Maksud is controlling the range. That's what we were talking about in the pre-show, right? If you can control the range, you can execute your game plan. And it seems like Maksud is doing just that.
Yeah, Maksud so far looking very, very sharp. Really getting some nice, good thudding leg kicks. There's another one. I wonder, do you see the height? It seems like the height and the range so far are working really well for Maksud.
Right.
As this fight progresses.
Yeah, Brayden can't stay on the outside of all Maksud's all of his attacks. I think we have a headgear that loosened up there.
Yeah, some kind of headgear malfunction.
But yeah, ultimately Brayden he's kind of standing in front of him, and I think he's standing in front of him just trying to figure out, like, hey, how do I get inside on this guy? How can I start to play this fight at my range and start to score some significant strikes? But thus far, he hasn't been able to do that. And if you stay at that range, at your opponent's range, a guy like Maksud, who's a little bit taller, a little bit rangier, and isn't afraid to hit you, you're going to start getting popped. Yeah. And so far, that's what's happened, and that's what knocked his headgear loose.
It was interesting to see that Maksud opted to go for that clinch there. He was having really good success at range, and then he's like, you know what? Let's bring all of the elements of Muay Thai into the fight.
Yeah. Well, he's got to. He's got to make it a little bit dirty and start hitting Maksud and start making him respect him.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, so that was the end of the first round.
I believe in these exhibition bouts, the fight they only go 90 seconds.
Yeah.
So, 90 seconds goes pretty darn quick.
Yeah. Yep. I still wouldn't be able to last 90 seconds, but these guys are trained. So yeah.
Come on, bro. I think you could do 90 seconds or maybe 60.
Yeah, I might die of a heart attack shortly thereafter, but Yeah, so anyway, good first round there. I mean, obviously this is a junior exhibition fight, so, we're not scoring it. They're not going to declare a winner or loser. I think if you were scoring it, you would probably have to give that round to Maksud Karimov.
100%.
He looked very, very sharp, very, very precise. As you pointed out, he got in such good shots that it knocked the headgear loose of his opponent. So,
yeah, under good tutelage there with Coach Frankie there in his corner, so I'm sure Coach Frankie from Chantilly MMA giving him some great words of advice heading into this second round. And I'm hoping that the Grindstone athletics coach is also, telling Brayden some adjustments that he should be making moving into this second round.
Yeah. Maksud immediately going to some head punches. There's a nice punch to the gut there from Maksud. Maksud throwing combinations. Again, at range, he gets in real fast and then gets out. Holding him off there with that left hand. Good leg kick again from Maksud. Another one. Oh, look at those leg kicks from Maksud. They're coming in. And so far, Brayden has not been able to find the range.
Yeah.
Maksud's been so good at just getting in and getting out.
If a guy isn't checking the leg kicks and he's not answering them, why stop, right?
Yeah. Now
why stop at one?
Now throwing those.
What do you throw? Like 3 right there, right?
Yeah. There's some more combinations.
You see, I love how he's circling and keeping that range. Yeah. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, there's a good head kick, but he slips.
Brayden tried to get that kick up there, but he was...
There, that was, I guess, the height that we were talking about earlier. That's
his leg wasn't long enough.
Yeah. Big distance. Brief pause in the action. We're back to it. Front kick there from Maksud. Spinning back kick from Maksud.
Nice spin there. I like the velocity that he got off of that spin. He missed, but, in another scenario, that could have been a nice spinning back kick.
There's some nice little punches in response there from Brayden. Maybe his best offense so far. There was another good kicks there Another good combos. Brayden's game, wow. Good little flurry at the end. Both guys kind of showing their mettle a little bit. Once again, they don't score it, but man, I'll tell you what, for 17 years old, Maksud Karimov showing a pretty impressive, diverse set of skills so far, Brent.
100%. Yeah, no, I was just getting ready to say, for his age and for this being a youth bout, man, Maksud has some high-level skills that, you know, he already has as a young guy, and so he's only going to build on those with Coach Frankie there from Chantilly MMA, and he's gonna continue. I'm sure we'll see him in the adult division very soon, kind of building on the already amazing skills that he has. I love how he controls the range. He controls the distance. He's not letting Brayden kind of get in and frustrate him with anything that he wants to do, and he's keeping Brayden dancing his dance. Yeah. And so I think Brayden really, you know, ultimately I think because of this is exhibition, obviously both guys will get their hand raised, but I think if Brayden wants to have a strong round here, he's got to change some things up. He's got to really start to put some pressure, some forward pressure on Maksud, because if you fight Maksud going backwards, that's not how to do it. And one thing that Maksud is doing good is he's circling. He's not letting him pin him up against the ropes or the corners. So that's one thing I really like about Maksud too.
Look at those leg kicks from Maksud.
That chopping leg kick.
Man, he's had such good success with that. Also had a lot of success with that left jab. Good head kick there from Maksud again. All the offense coming out of the red corner so far. There's another good head kick. Yeah, and unfortunately, I really think that the height and the length difference has really just been a lot for Brayden to overcome this fight. Just body type more than anything. I mean, obviously Maksud with some impressive skills, but man.
You see how Maksud's just keeping him at bay with that front hand. He knows range very well. He understands his range. He's keeping him right at that range. And when Brayden came in to throw that right hand, he blocked it very nicely and moved right out.
Those leg kicks are really starting to pile up. I mean, look at that.
Wow, yeah. You got to give him a standing 8. You got to give him a standing 8. He's not checking any of them.
Yeah.
And so they're going to add up. We're here in the third round. You know, he's taken almost 20 leg kicks in this fight probably.
Yeah.
So look at that leg. It's red.
And the ones that we've seen just in this round have buckled him a little bit. I mean, you know, he came close to going down. Oh, Maksud slips a little bit. You know, and I'll tell you what, Brayden is still, there's another one. Oh. There's another one. Oh, they just keep coming, and I think that is it. Yep. Referee has called a stop to this fight. I'll tell you what, those leg kicks for Maksud ultimately were the difference. There were just too many.
Yeah. I mean, he's technically superior to Brayden. You could see it. And Brayden is going to learn from this one. You know, hopefully he gets a chance to come back and get another you know, fight with a kid his experience level and stuff like that. I think that Maksud has a bright future in the sport. And for such a young kid. So, man, kudos to both of these young men. And I thought it was an amazing performance for Maksud Karimov here inside of the TCB ring.
Absolutely. Both these guys, looking good. Maksud looking really, really sharp, 17 years old. I mean, these guys, they got their whole futures in front of them as far as what they want to do. So let's send it down now to Chris. Oh, no, we're going to wait and get the gloves off. And now we'll send it down to Chris.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this was an exhibition bout, so we do not announce a winner, but let's hear it for both these 17-year-old competitors putting on a great show.
All right, so I think that's our last of our exhibition fights tonight. Great job from both guys, and we hope to see both of them back pretty soon.